Keanu Reeves has become one of the most beloved actors around. The fact that Reeves seems to be a genuinely nice and caring person helps to make him popular, but he's also starred in a number of recent films that have earned him some high praise. However, it's easy to forget that Reeves has been making great movies for decades now. Some people might try to fit Reeves into a certain category, but the truth is that he's had a career filled with interesting choices. Some of those choices didn't work out, but some have led to cinematic classics and highly entertaining films. Point Break. Point Break can sometimes be dismissed as a silly and cheesy surfer action movie, but it's so much more than that. The plot concerning an FBI agent who infiltrates a gang of surfer bank robbers is admittedly ludicrous, but it sets the stage for an inventive and high-octane action-adventure. Kathryn Bigelow showed her great directorial talents with the pulse-pounding action sequences. Patrick Swayze was charming and dangerous as the almost mystical surfer leader, and Reeves was the ideal action hero. This is the role that led to some of his most popular action film roles. John Wick. Reeves has had several iconic roles throughout his career, but John Wick may be the one that he is remembered best for. This first film introduced the world to the unstoppable assassin. After his car is stolen and his dog is killed by some goons, John Wick goes on an epic killing spree to punish those who are responsible. This is the role Reeves was born to play. John is a man of few words, but his intensity and deadly glare says a lot. Reeves handles himself incredibly well in the fight sequences, which are some of the most entertaining fights ever put on screen. The film recharged Reeves' career and started a new, exciting franchise. The sequel took everything that made the original film so much fun and took it to another level. The action sequences are wilder, the world building is greater, and the film brings in some fun new characters. Unlike almost every other franchise in Hollywood, the John Wick films seem to only be improving over time. This third chapter in the series was only released this year and is already one of Reeves' highest-rated films of all time. John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum finds John on the run with a massive price on his head. The third film dives even deeper into the strange and fascinating world of these movies. The movie is a globe-trotting adventure filled with amazing sequences, including one fantastic set piece involving Reeves, Halle Berry and a couple of very well-trained dogs.
All of this for what? Because of a puppy?
Wasn't just a puppy.
Speed. While the concept of a bus getting up to a certain speed before never being able to go below that speed due to a bomb doesn't sound too thrilling, the writing and acting in this movie means that the audience is constantly on the edge of their seats. It's not ridiculous to say that this is the best movie that Keanu Reeves has ever starred in, which is exactly why it sits right at the top of the list, as the greatest movie that somebody can sit down to watch Reeves act in. It's been a life of highs and lows, and this is one of his highs. Constantine. John Constantine is approached by Angela Dodson, who needs his help to prove that her twin sister Isabel's death was not a suicide. The dead woman was a devout Catholic and Angela refuses to accept she would have taken her own life. She's asked Constantine for help because he has a reputation for dealing with the mystical. In fact, he is a demon hunter whose sole purpose on Earth is to send demons back to the nether regions. John himself has been to hell and knows that he is destined to return there on his death, but hopes his good deeds may find him a place in heaven. As he looks into Isabel's death, he realizes demons are trying to break through to the human world, and his battles lead him into a direct conflict with Satan. The Matrix. It has been 20 years since The Matrix hit theaters, and it remains one of the most groundbreaking and influential action films of all time. Made by the visionary Wachowskis, The Matrix was a science fiction epic that followed Reeves' mild-mannered office worker, Neo, and his discovery that the world he was living in was a simulation. The action set pieces are still mind-blowing and incredibly fun. Reeves once again proves his status as the greatest action hero of the 90s is untouched. The sequels might not have lived up to the original, but The Matrix remains a movie unlike any you've ever seen.